All right, so get this. Today we are going all in on AI.
Yeah, jumping right into the deep end.
Exactly. We're talking about those large language models, LLMs,
Everyone's talking about them.
It seems like they're everywhere, right? But can these things actually think like us? Or,
Or are they just really good at faking it?
okay, so that's what we're going to figure out today. We're diving deep into some cutting edge research from Meta AI.
And they're really pushing the limits here. It's pretty exciting stuff.
Lay it on me. Where do we even begin?
Well, to understand how AI might think, we need to start with how we think.
Okay, getting philosophical, are we?
It's all connected. You see, there's this concept called System 1 and System 2 thinking. And it's crucial for understanding both human intelligence and
Hold on, two systems of thinking? Is that like having a split personality or something?
not quite a split personality. But you're on the right track.
Okay, so what's system one then?
Think of System 1 as your brain's autopilot. It's fast intuitive, based on instinct and learned patterns. Like when you recognize a friend across the street.
Or you catch a ball without even thinking about it.
Exactly. Your System 1 is running the show.
Okay, so system one is autopilot. Got it. What about system two then?
System 2, that's your more deliberate analytical self.
So if I'm trying to solve a Sudoku puzzle,
That's System 2 in action.
or if I meet someone new and I'm trying to remember their name later.
Exactly. System 2 requires more effort. And here's the really interesting part. Researchers are finding ways to make LLMs mimic both of these systems.
Wait a minute, so you're saying we're not just talking about AI that can write a decent email or tell me the weather?
Nope, this is next level stuff.
We're talking about AI that can actually reason through a problem like a human.
That's the goal. And this research paper, we're looking at distilling System 2 into System 1. It outlines some techniques Meta AI is using to boost the reasoning power of LLMs.
Okay, you've got to tell me more about these techniques. What are we talking about here?
One fascinating technique is called chain of thought prompting.
Chain of thought prompting.
Yeah, instead of just asking the AI for an answer directly, researchers are guiding it to think step by step, kind of like laying down a trail of breadcrumbs.
So the AI is generating these intermediate thoughts along the way, just like a human would.
Precisely. They're forcing the AI to show its work.
So we can peek inside its brain and see how it's solving the problem.
Exactly. And this has been surprisingly effective, especially for logic and math problems that would usually trip up an AI.
Wow, that's actually really cool. It's like we're getting a glimpse into how the AI is learning and making decisions. What other techniques are they using? So chain of thought prompting. Okay, what else?
Well, they've also been experimenting with something called System 2 attention.
Okay, system two attention. Lay it on me.
So it's all about helping the AI focus on what's important, helping it filter out any irrelevant or misleading information.
So it's like teaching the AI to ignore the noise and hone in on what really matters. Now that's something I could definitely use more of in my own life.
Right. We're bombarded with so much information these days. And it's not always easy to separate fact from fiction.
No kidding. So the system to attention thing, it's like teaching the AI to be more skeptical, to think critically about the information it's given.
Exactly. It's about making the AI more aware of potential pitfalls in reasoning, helping it avoid jumping to conclusions based on incomplete or biased data.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. But this next part, this is where my mind starts to get a little blown. We're talking about distilling system two, thinking back into system one. It sounds kind of like science fiction, like teaching a computer to solve complex equations in its sleep or something.
It is a pretty wild concept.
Yeah.
The basic idea is this. Once you've trained an AI to use these more deliberate step-by-step System 2 techniques,
Yeah.
can you then kind of compress or distill that knowledge so that it becomes almost instinctive, part of its rapid-fire System 1 processing?
So instead of the AI having to consciously think through each step, it's like those steps have become so ingrained that they just happen automatically, almost like muscle memory.
That's a great analogy. And the implications of this are huge. Imagine an AI that could process information, identify biases, and reason through problems, all with incredible speed and efficiency while seeming almost effortlessly intelligent.
Okay, now you're talking my language. That sounds incredibly powerful, but also maybe a little bit intimidating. Does it actually work, though? Can they really teach an AI to be that smart that fast?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
And the research suggests it's not as far-fetched as it sounds.
Really?
The Meta AI paper highlights several tasks where this distillation process works incredibly well. For example, they found they could train an AI to solve logic puzzles much more effectively by first teaching it to use that chain of thought prompting we talked about and then distilling that knowledge back into its System 1 responses.
Yeah. So it's like learning to ride a bike. At first you need training wheels and you're really concentrating on every move, but eventually it becomes second nature.
Exactly. You're not thinking about every little movement, you're just writing.
And that's what they're doing with AI.
Precisely. They've also had a lot of success with tasks that require the AI to evaluate the quality of text.
Oh,
They
interesting.
were able to distill this complex evaluation process into the AI System 1, making it remarkably good at judging writing based on specific criteria.
Hold on. Are you telling me they're teaching AI to be like literary critics now?
In a way, yes. And the fact that they were able to distill this kind of high-level analytical skill into the AI System 1, it's really quite impressive. It opens up a world of possibilities.
Okay, I can see where you're going with this. We're talking about AI that could revolutionize everything, from education to content moderation, maybe even how we use search engines in the future.
Absolutely.
Dad.
But as with any groundbreaking technology, there's still some hurdles to overcome.
There's always a but, isn't there? So what are the hurdles? Don't leave me hanging.
Well, it turns out not all thinking is the same, even for AI.
What do you mean?
So they've made incredible progress with logic puzzles evaluating text. But some things are proving really difficult to distill into that effortless System 1 thinking.
Okay, so there are still some things that even the smartest AI can't just instantly get.
Exactly. One of the biggest challenges has been with really complex reasoning, like higher-level math. They've taught AI to solve these problems using those step-by-step System 2 techniques. But compressing that into a quick System 1 response, that's a whole other story.
Wow, so even AI can't escape those brain-melting math problems.
Apparently not.
It makes you think, even with these huge leaps in AI, we're still just scratching the surface of understanding our own brains.
Absolutely.
So where does that leave us? What's the takeaway from all of this?
I think it tells us we're on the edge of something really remarkable. We're not just building machines that can crunch numbers or follow instructions anymore. We're talking about creating AI that can reason, learn, and adapt in ways we never thought possible.
And this idea of distilling those higher level thinking skills into something almost instinctual for AI, that's a game changer.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
But it also reminds us we're still in the early stages. As much progress as we've made, there's still so much we don't know about intelligence.
True, both human and artificial.
Exactly.
Well, this has been fascinating. It's exciting and a little bit unnerving at the same time. Who knows what the future holds, but I think it's safe to say this is a conversation that's only going to get bigger from here. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive into the world of AI. Until next time, keep those minds curious and stay tuned.